Prepare to explore. Get out of the city and into an adventure that moves the whole family. Prepare to be moved. The all-new Nissan X-Trail.
On air, online, and on your smart speaker.
Henry Post Jewelers, the only qualified watchmaker in the southeast. Batteries and repairs.
SAFM News Briefing.
Hi, it's Dan Flake here with the latest. The latest inflation data is hopefully good news for mortgage holders. While the annual rates come in at 5.4%, which is an improvement, numbers for the quarter show a rise of 1.2%, largely thanks to fuel prices and home costs. Scott Phillips from Listeners' Motley Fool podcast says we now wait to see if the RBA moves on the cash rate during its Melbourne Cup meeting.
It is still going to take a while. They're still saying maybe another up to 2 years before inflation gets back to the target range.
Australia's committing a contingent of troops and 2 aircraft to the Middle East conflict. The group's been sent to support Australians in the region. We don't actually know how many ADF personnel are heading there. The acting PM's refused to reveal that. Queensland Police are working to identify human remains found in the aftermath of a bushfire at Tara on the state's Western Downs. The body was located by a dam at a property. It's believed to be that of a missing man. More resources are being deployed today to battle an emergency warning level inferno in that region. Passengers on board the ill-fated Ruby Princess cruise ship during the COVID crisis have won a class action in the federal court. It was alleged the company failed to take appropriate measures to protect passengers following an outbreak on board in 2020. 28 deaths were linked to the voyage, while hundreds on board tested positive for COVID. And the PM's in for a feast when he sits down at a state dinner in the US tomorrow. Butternut squash soup, ribs and chalky mousse cake are on the menu. 80s icons, the B-52s, were set to play. However, that's no longer happening.
After this, there is no turning back. You sip the red can, the story ends. You sip the black can, you enter dreamland. And I show you just how good the truth can taste. Take the Pepsi Max Taste Challenge.
West Coast AFLW coach Michael Price set to step down after almost 3 seasons, and Travis Head's poised to return from injury and to reclaim his opening spot against the Netherlands tonight at the World Cup. Mitch Marsh will likely slip to number 3. He's not taking the Dutch lightly after a string of tournament upsets.
Teams have got better. I think that's great for world cricket, certainly in tournaments like this that can sometimes be pretty long, and you see a lot of games that are not exactly close or competitive, but we've said it multiple times now in this tournament this year, there's absolutely no easy games.
Buying or selling, rural or residential properties, Miller, Wan and John. This is SAFM weather. Showers and 13 for the rest of the day across the Limestone coast. Tomorrow cloudy and 16 and 21 on Friday. Tune into the Briefing podcast on Listener to lift the lid on important issues that matter to you. Download the Listener app now and search The Briefing.